Hello, everyone, and today we're going to be talking about Total War Pharaoh. So, what did I tell you? I don't want to toot my own horn here, but what did I tell you? I said months ago that the natural follow up to Total War Troy, which is kind of a mix of the fantasy and reality, because I mean, it's in kind of a real setting, right? Greece and Ionia, but it's a sort of legendary. It's based on, the epics of Homer, the Iliad. Um, the natural follow up to that would be to go full historical, to base it on the Bronze Age collapse, to do an ancient Near East or Bronze Age Total War type scenario because they had the template with Total War Troy. They had a lot of the units, they had a lot of the civilizations, a lot of the atmosphere. They nailed that atmosphere in Total War Troy. The only thing holding it back was the dumb Mythos DLC. Didn't like it at all. The focus on the one man heroes and all that. We're going to talk about that a little bit in this video, but Total War Pharaoh. This is the way to market the Bronze Age collapse, the kind of ancient Near East Total War I was going for. I said they could have either gone with the sort of biblical route to market this, or they could have gone with focusing on the Egyptian route. And they've kind of combined that because, I mean, everyone knows about pharaohs from the Bible. They know about pharaohs from, if they are Egypt fanatics, if they like Egyptian history. So this is like everything I was talking about in that video. I was lambasted in the comments for that video. They were like, "Oh, it's not going to happen." Well, look at this. Total War Pharaoh, October 2023. It's coming out soon. You can finally play as Ramses the Third, and that's going to be really great. And they will reveal more of these leaders coming up later. I have a feeling this is going to be like a Scythian, maybe this one with the horns. Anyway, you've got these three editions. I'm not that interested in the edition stuff. However, we go to the FAQ, and something really interesting here, of course, is that there are three cultures for factions at the beginning. Now, there's something here that I like, and there's something I don't like. I like the fact that there are these different cultures. So you have Egyptian, Canaanite, and Hittite factions. What I don't like is that the faction is based on a person rather than being like the Hittite Empire or the Kingdom of Artawa, or and those both being Hittite culture, or having, well, anyway, you get the point. I don't like these factions based on like a person, right? So this is something that makes me afraid for this game, because the thing that really hurt my enjoyment of Troy, even though I did enjoy the game, was the one man hero system in battle. Now, the one man hero system, it's kind of cool for about half a battle, but then it becomes, I don't know, for me it just kind of takes me out of the game. It's not immersive. It just reminds me that there are a lot of Warhammer Total War games where the hero mechanic is important there. I understand why it's a fun thing there. Of course, you've also got magic and stuff like that in Warhammer. For a historical setting, this one man hero system, it just doesn't quite make sense. For Troy, I get it. You can kind of push that angle. And they did, and it wasn't to my liking in terms of the battle mechanics and tactics. But all that aside, for this fully historical setting, this Bronze Age collapse Total War, I don't agree with having the factions be, you know, based on a person rather than like Ramses the Third ruling Egypt, someone else ruling Artawa, someone else ruling a Canaanite faction, someone Suppiluliuma ruling the Hittite Empire. And there are, of course, a ton of other cultures, tons of other factions they could do. The Hurrians, um, Assyria, the Kassites of Babylonia. Um, there are a ton of options. There are a ton of options, and I feel like by doing this whole faction based on a person system, that they're going to miss out on a lot of these opportunities because they want to kind of follow up the sort of Troy formula here, and that's something I'm very concerned about. Now, if they do this and they don't have the one man heroes, that would be look, I just don't want one man heroes. I can live with this. I can't live with the one man heroes in a historical total war game. I just don't like it. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Now there's going to be a lot of DLC faction packs, so that you know you can make arguments about the DLC system and all that, but looking at it this way, like, will these factions all be from different cultures? Will these packs add new cultures to the game, like Hurrian factions, Mesopotamian factions, um, I don't know, Horde factions, things like that? If these add something like that, now the problem is those factions and cultures are probably already going to be in the game, and then these packs just unlock them for play. But we don't know. We don't know yet. I'm concerned about that. That's just something I'm worried about. But in any case, that does give some hope that at least there are going to be a bunch of other cultures in the game. I have a feeling that's what these packs are for, like referencing different cultures, which I would be okay with because, very diverse period. And you've got the digital soundtrack. I have high hopes for this soundtrack. The Troy soundtrack was very nice, very immersive. I really like the sound design and the sort of not the UI very much, but the 2D art. I really like the art and design and sound design in Troy. It was very immersive. I hope they keep that up with Pharaoh. Um, there's going to be pre-order stuff. There's going to be early access, which is that's interesting. I don't know if they've done that before. I mean, there have been demos before release before. I believe I did the Shogun 2 I played the Shogun 2 demo before its release. I still remember that. Yeah, let's see what that is. It's probably going to be similar to that, like a demo. It says you can play part of the game. So, yeah. Sounds like a demo to me. Cosmetic pre-order packs. Okay. A physical edition. I like. Oh, I like that. Let's see. Yeah, other than that, and it's going to be released on Mac. I don't know why you would play it on that, though. Okay, anyway. Yeah, Total War Pharaoh. I was right. I was right. They were going to go towards the Bronze Age, towards the ancient Near East with this next installment, historical installment. So, in the comments, you can apologize for lambasting me in that previous video. Of course, I'm not being that serious. It didn't bother me. I understood the issues there, but I mean, I just happened to be right. It's time in the market, not timing the market. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. I know I haven't been making too many videos recently. I've just been so swamped and busy with work, but I really hope to be able to have time to cover this game because I really want to. It's really important for the future of Total War. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one later.